Hello, my beautiful sacred masculines and anybody else who finds their way to this channel. Welcome to your sacred sexuality card for the day. The card for the day is the Seven of Cups, and look at this guy. He's like in kind of a dark, shadowy figure, looking at all these different cups, which people think of this as a card of choices and options, but when we really look at this card, there's some of these choices are not supportive and not healthy. You know, we've got a snake in there. Not there's anything wrong with snakes, but in this, it's meaning like kind of some slithery energy. You know, maybe not the most helpful energy. So this is a card of discernment and discrimination and illusion, and really being careful as to what you are choosing for yourself and making the right decisions. And when I think of this with sacred sexuality, what first comes to mind is when we start getting on this path of looking into tantra, sacred sexuality, etc., we can encounter some really interesting practices and belief systems that maybe aren't necessarily beneficial. The thing that's coming to mind right now is like men are told not to ejaculate, to hold that energy, to circulate it. And yes, that can be a beneficial practice when you're at a certain place and you've moved past a lot of the unhealthy belief systems that you've taken on regarding sexuality. It's not something you just jump to without having a good solid foundation and good understanding of that practice. So people can easily take on new belief systems and go to one extreme or the other, you know, just in a desire to, you know, to expand and liberate and grow, of course. But you know, we need to be really careful what we're taking on and what we're starting, and that we understand, but we have a good teacher, that we understand why we're doing what we're doing, and that we've done the work ahead of time to get to that point. We don't just jump into a practice like that. You know, there's a lot more to it. So be careful what you're doing out there, what you're coming across. Be discerning, be discriminating, and anything else. If you're getting lost in fantasy or illusion around sexuality, it's really easy to do when people get into neo tantra. They just kind of, it's easy to get caught up in a lot of the high vibe energy, you know, really getting lost in that. Speaking from experience, when I first encountered it, I started getting a little lost in just feeling really good, and it was one more type of addiction, one more unhealthy pattern that I was taking on, and luckily I caught that real quick and didn't dive in too far. But this is what's coming up for me around this tantra, sacred sexuality. Really important to connect with grounded, healthy teachings and teachers and practices, and you know, yeah, be discriminating, be discerning. So yeah, that's what's coming through today. Awesome. For this week's full reading, be sure to check out my YouTube channel and visit my website for so many more resources to support you on your sacred sexuality journey. I hope you have a gorgeous day. Bye all.